For JAZA's model to be successful, we had to be very cost effective. I will say net, this particular partnership saved this business more than 5 to 7 million shillings, which is quite significant for a retailer who actually deals in with very low margins. At that point, I was able to just quickly kick on and start and saying, guess what? JAZA is online, and JAZA is online having spent only man hours and no actual cash.
So the first time we came across the Sukhiba solution and saw like what they were trying to do with WhatsApp, it was magical. It was like a no-brainer. When we kicked off, we saw as high as a 50% month-on-month growth in terms of like top-line revenue. And I think what's really interesting is that where we are at now at Samaking, 100% of our business is transacted through Sukhiba. So Sukhiba is our operating system.
So when we look at paid ads, content marketing, influencer marketing, and then WhatsApp and email, WhatsApp marketing actually has the highest return. That is a testament to the high open rates, to the high engagement rates with the kinds of conversations that you're having with consumers. We are big believers in conversational commerce. WhatsApp is where the consumer is, it's where the consumer is chatting, it's where the consumer is transacting. And conversational commerce is basically a way to shop all within WhatsApp, where you have a conversation with the merchants within WhatsApp, you add to cart, you pay and check out all within WhatsApp. And we're finding that consumers trust this process far more than an e-commerce platform where it doesn't seem like there is a person behind that you can have a conversation with prior to purchase.
We then sought for partners, and at that particular point, one of the key good elements was a need for an e-commerce and also a B2B platform. We needed a cost-effective kind of a way of doing it, and the customers we were trying to go towards were customers who clearly could not be able to afford another app in their phones. Majority of those customers have in between phone worth between 3,000 to 6,000, maximum 7,000 Kenya shillings. Majority of our customers then that will have actually then have to go to cybers to order, which was not going to make sense. A lady called one day just told me, hey, guess what? You kept on telling me you want something to do with WhatsApp and all those things and WhatsApp e-commerce. There is a company called Sukhiba that actually can be able to do this. And when you're actually able to meet up with a solution, trust you me, it took us less than a week to sign up because it was exactly what we wanted. Customers are able to just quickly log in with the same WhatsApp that they already had. We went to Safaricom and Safaricom gave us a very unique number, 07 4000 2000, which was very easy. It was quite fast to be able to just start off the journey with Sukhiba. And I have to say it has been one of the best decisions we ever made.
And it became like a really interesting proposition for us to engage customers and driving them through WhatsApp as the key channel for engagement on a platform where consumers were already comfortable. So one of the other really important things for us was we didn't want to try and drive behavior change. I think for me what's really interesting is my experience personally has been like in traditional e-commerce, right? So like typical e-commerce, build a website, get people to come to the website. But the truth of the matter is, if you think about that model, think about my dad, right? If you tell my dad, go to a website, create an account, he does not have an email address. It was created in some cyber cave by someone on his behalf. So that's not how he interacts with technology, right? But WhatsApp he understands, right? He talks to us, talks to his family, talks to his friends, like through WhatsApp. So for me, what Sukhiba is doing here is really meeting the customer, like where they are.
So Uncover sells its products through retail, but also direct to consumer through our e-commerce platform. And what we found in our early days is that consumers were messaging us on social media saying, hey, can I just buy a toner? What products will work for my dry skin? Can you send me a sunscreen to this address? They didn't actually want to go fill in their address, go to an e-commerce platform, add to cart, check out using credit card or M-Pesa. They actually wanted to have a conversation with somebody, understand what works for their skin, and then purchase and add to cart. So when we met Sukhiba, it was like, oh my God, the stars have aligned, because they were providing a solution on WhatsApp that solved this conversational commerce need. Initially, we actually hired an intern to respond to these DMs on social media, manually enter the orders into e-commerce. Whereas now with the end-to-end WhatsApp platform, customers can have a conversation, they can add to cart, They can check out, they can purchase all through WhatsApp, but with so many additional features that I'm not going to mention in 1 minute. We can send the cart to the consumer. We can leverage AI to answer questions. It's an incredible platform that solves this need around consumers wanting to have conversations before purchasing.
We have now registered more than 70,000 customers, which is quite impressive for a business that's less than 10 years, and we have only just started the other day. One of the key metrics is, one, we have been able to tap into a market that we do not have. A lot of our customers in areas like Westlands, where we are not, Kilimani, Kileleshwa, are actually customers we're actually getting from the Sukhiba platform. Apart from that, we've seen double-digit growth ever since we started, and that keeps on growing. And the best part about it is that the basket value using the app is 3x of our shop value, which is very important. That's a very important component for us, because it's quite, you can actually tell if we are actually able to make it like 10x of the sales that you are currently getting from the WhatsApp Sukhiba platform. We will definitely be way much more profitable if we actually pursue that route.
Over 80% of our orders are now delivery orders. So people ordering externally and then getting them delivered. So back to our point about getting as much utilization out of this shop as possible. If this was a traditional mom and pop shop, where you sort of like rely on people walking in, we'd only be at 20% capacity. But because we're using Sukhiba, we're able to get that multiple of leverage on that.
One of the best things that you have, one, is of course the data that we actually get. Second, we can actually be able to see the consumer trends of the actual customers, because we have quite a number of repeat customers. So we can be able to tell, are we growing, are we not growing, have we made any mistakes and all that. But more importantly, there's of course now that bit of communicating with those customers frequently, so that we're able to actually tell them, oh, for example, you've just launched our new bread, which is only 44 shillings, 55 shillings, sorry, our milk is 44 bob. That has been helpful. The features for Sukhiba also, I'm able to see on my phone anytime an order comes in. I'm able to see the communication bit. Is a lot of, unlike most e-commerce platforms, here there's talkability. And in fact, at times, the platform also works like our mini CRM, because the number is well publicized. Even in the estates, you'll actually find people will write messages on that, not necessarily for shopping. Some, of course, including for work, for comments to help us and all sorts of things, some customer care. That the platform has been really important and critical to us. We're among the first people who are doing something very interesting in the market. We are bringing back a proper card. We have a black card for the corporates and actually a blue card for the walk-in customers. And within this card, we'll be able to give instant discounts further than anything else. And it's also integrated within the platform of the Sukhiba platform, so that we'll be able to get the same discounts as long as you're a member of the card system. And we'll now be able to use that to broadcast the messages and offers and everything that is actually be able to be capable of. It's very hard for anyone to not speak about this particular platform if we don't actually speak about the most important part, which is the customer journey itself. Customers are able to actually be able to solve that Kenyan problem of e-commerce, which is, for example, the last mile. The last mile problem has always been that issue, especially when you're doing it in offline models and other, what I can actually call apps and stuff like that. Because at that particular point, you have to now start mentioning, and you have all these rider issues of, guess what, get to this corner where you'll actually find an M-Pesa booth. After that, you'll see an Umbwakali poster and take a corner. And that's when, by actually getting that whole geolocation where someone can just quickly drop the pin, someone can still continue just chatting on the app, and just continue communicating as if it's just a normal conversation, has really helped that particular element. Guess what? It's the same M-Pesa I use on my WhatsApp, and it's that JAZA store that I like. Simplicity.
I think one of the insights we see when we review sort of like our customer interactions on Sukhiba is that customers sort of like ask the same questions over and over and over and over again, right? I think our future and the vision that we have for the business is to get to a point where 80 to 95% of customer interactions are automated in some way or form, either through some basic level automation or AI. So specifically using like the Sukhiba AI flows to be able to sort of like automate some of the customer journeys would sort of be like quite integral to what we want to do next.
One of the main features that we use is the WhatsApp broadcast function, where we can communicate with our community through WhatsApp, the same way we would on email, which includes a photograph and then some kind of educational information on products, on the general skincare category, or even just sharing uncovers wins. We've even done a broadcast with a quiz, engaging our consumers in skincare education, in fun content. And what that does is that we find that the open rates are far higher than email. And so our consumers are far more engaged with WhatsApp broadcasts than they are with email. The second feature that was really exciting for us was our ability to send a cart to a consumer. So with an Insta DM, when someone says, "Can I purchase a sunscreen?" we have to manually sort of either enter that into an e-commerce platform or send an invoice. In this case, with Sukhiba's platform, you can create a cart on WhatsApp, send it to the consumer so they can click, immediately check out, and the whole process is automated. Skincare and beauty is highly personalized. A product that works for me doesn't work for somebody else. And like I said earlier, women want to have conversations around the unique products that work for their skin type. With Sukhiba, we've developed a skin quiz all within WhatsApp that leverages AI to make recommendations for consumers on their personalized skin type. All of that then ends with a cart or a basket that consumers can immediately click on and purchase. So you get a unique skin profile, a basket of products, and then you can check out. And that's made a huge difference to our business. In fact, over 1,000 people took the skin quiz in 48 hours of us launching it, which is really exciting.
The Sukhiba team were very helpful. We had 2 to 3 planning meetings. By the third meeting, we were discussing it from a live angle.
I think what's been quite cool about Sukhiba is when they say something, they're going to do it. They deliver on whatever promises they make. So that's been quite cool. The second thing has been the team, right? The best way I used to describe the team is a very low ego team, very humble team. They really take time to understand the challenges that we are going through, and it's really easy working with them. So I can definitely see how we'll continue working with Sukhiba in the future.